Okay, so in today's lesson we're going to look at linear equations, and what a linear equation is a straight line, and an equation is basically when we have an unknown or a variable. So we're going to look at expanding brackets to solve equations, so expanding a singular bracket to find an unknown or an x or a y, and then we're going to look at solving equations with brackets that result in variables on both sides, so that have x's or y's on both sides of the equals and have. Okay, so the first question we're dealt with here is we're asked to solve the equation 3 bracket x plus 1 is equal to 21. And whenever I'm asked to solve, that's asking me to find my unknown, which in this case is x. Alright, so the first keyword I want to come to everybody's mind is BIMDAS. So you can see here that the B stands for brackets. Now, it stands for what's inside the bracket. So if we have a look here, there's an x plus 1, and there's nothing really I can do here. I can't simplify, and it's not asking me to do much else. So there is no operation for the B. The I stands for indices, and again, there's no indices along here. Squares, square roots, anything like that. So I don't need the I. But the M I will need, and the M stands for multiplication. Now we use multiplication when we get to second year maths, we use the symbols brackets to show multiplication. And so I'm going to work out this first of all. 3 multiplied by x is 3x, and 3 multiplied by 1 is 3, equals 21. Now generally I always try and have my unknown on the left hand side. My unknown here is x, and that's on the right hand side, or sorry, that's on the right side, but I would like to get rid of this plus 3. So using my balance, and the only way I can get rid of the plus 3 is if I subtract 3, and I must do it then therefore to both sides, so minus 3 on this case. And you'll see that the plus 3 and the minus 3, as I hoped, are gone. And on the left hand side I'm left with 3x equals, and on this side here I just need to do a little bit of tidying up, so it's 21 minus 3, which gives me 18. Again, I'm asked to solve, so solve needs me to find an answer for x. So I need to get rid of this 3 here, so it's 3 multiplied by x. However, I know that if I divide by 3, I will get rid of that 3, so again to both sides, and they will cancel each other out, and I will be left with x is equal to 18 divided by 3, which is 6. Okay, so example 2 here asks us to multiply the brackets that appear in both sides of the equation. Okay, so same steps, my same keyword comes into play here. And I can't really do anything within the brackets, and there is no indices. So I'm straight on to the M, which is multiplication, and I'm going to solve this. So I'm just going to write it out a little bit bigger. So it's 2x plus 4, close the bracket, equals 2 bracket x plus 14. Okay, so I'm going to multiply. 3 times 2x gives me 6x, and 3 times 4 gives me 12, equals 2 times x gives me 2x, and 2 times 14 is plus 28. Okay, so I always try and have my unknowns on this side. So what I'm going to do here is I'm first of all going to get rid of this plus 12. So I'll need to minus 12 on this side, and I'll also need to minus 12 on that side. And I'll just draw a line here to just show my balancing. The plus 12 and the minus 12 cancel, and so I'm left with 6x equals 2x, and I have a little bit of tidying up to do here. I have plus 28 minus 12, which will give me plus 16. Okay, so as I said, we always want to try and get our unknowns on the left-hand side. So we need to try and get rid of this. So again, we need to do balancing. It's a plus 2x. If I have a minus 2x, that will get rid of that. So I can do it to both sides. So plus 2x and a minus 2x cancel. I'm now left with a little bit of tidying up to do here. 6x minus 2x, which is 4x, equals 16. All right, and at this point, we're down to very similar to the previous question. Again, we're not asked to find 4x, we're asked to find x, so we need to get rid of this 4. A way I can do that, I'm just going to make this a little smaller. A way I can do that is by division. So if I were to divide this by 4, my two 4's would cancel out, but what I do to one side I must do to the other. So I'm now left with x is equal to, and on this side, 16 divided by 4, which is 4. So that's just two examples of multiplying using brackets with the linear equation. Remember to take your time, use BIMDAS and the balancing method. Ensure what you take on or add on to one side, you must do the exact same to the other.